Are you tired of feeling overwhelmed by the piles of paperwork and the chaos of paperwork everywhere? In this video, I'm going to go over some tips of ways to think about managing your paperwork in your home. From sorting and purging to creating a system that works for you. We'll get into this video and discuss all of those. Hey y'all, I'm Kimberly from Simply Organizing Life. In today's video, I want to focus on paperwork and the overwhelming sense of dread that comes with paperwork piles. The first step in getting control of the paperwork in your home is to gather and sort all of the paperwork into one area. If you have paperwork in your office, in your bedroom, in the living room, in the kitchen, in the garage, in the what have you room, get it all together. Shoved into the corner is not going to help you get it organized. Shoved under a plate on the dining room table is not going to get it organized. Get it all together in one area. If you already have a filing cabinet, bring that filing cabinet or go join where the filing cabinet is. Get everything in one area. I'm hoping that your filing cabinet, if you have files in it, is going to be actually what they're supposed to be. But if the filing cabinet literally just has a stack of paper in a drawer, pull that paper out. If it has a file folder that actually just has paperwork in it with no rhyme or reason, pull the paperwork out. Don't let paperwork that has not been sorted linger. So once you pull everything together and have it all in one big old mess, basically, you're going to get it sorted. You're going to sort them based off what they are. Owner's manuals, medical documents, financial statements, insurance policies, etc. Get it all organized. Maybe grab a sticky note and a Sharpie and actually write on the sticky note, owner's manuals, financial statements, medical documents, insurance policies, so you know what your organization system is, and sort it all. See what you have. Do big categories. Don't get nitty gritty, like for instance with the insurance policies, home, auto, renters, health, dental, etc. Leave it as insurance policies. You want a general category to start with. The second step is to go through the piles. Is one of the owner's manuals for a electronic you no longer have? Get rid of it. Do you have financial statements that you know you have saved on your computer already? Shred them. Insurance policies that are from 5 years ago? You think you need them? Shred them. Get rid of them. Downsize, minimize, figure out what you actually need. Once you get to that point, your piles are probably going to be a little bit smaller. The next step is a challenging step. It's to create a system. Do you like the idea of having the physical paper whenever you need it? Do you not care about the physical paper and just want convenience that you could access a document at home on the computer or at the doctor's office on your phone or what have you? Think about that. If you are wanting physical filing systems, you can do a filing cabinet. That is definitely very reasonable. You could also consider binders. Binders are actually a not bad idea. You could make a whole binder of financial statements for 2023. You could make a whole binder of current insurance policies. You could make a filing cabinet that has a system that repeats it. So like a generic insurance policy file tab that you put all of those insurance policies on. Or you break it out into vehicle, health, medical, dental, etc. And there's actually a system of file tabs that I really like. They're called Freedom Filers. I will include a link. That's what I used for years. I still use it to an extent, but I have actually found that for most things, I want it digitally. I don't want to carry around the paperwork. I don't want to have physical paperwork that I then have to store, then I have to figure out. I want to be able to have the ease of checking it on the computer, checking it on the go. That's how it works best for me, for most things. I do have an insurance section of the current policy, but I have it digitally. So as soon as it becomes not applicable, bye-bye. I routinely purge through that. That's where I put my tax paperwork, so I'm ready to rotate it through. That's It's where I put important documents. I actually take my important documents like passport, social security card, all of that. You can put it in a safe. That is definitely a smart idea. That way you protect it. You can put it in a safety deposit box. That is a smart idea. That is a great way to protect it. And it depends on your safety and security. I personally found a fireproof bag that I could put it in to help protect it and keep it in an area that I know where it's at. This way, if an emergency happens, hurricane comes, I know where it is, I can easily grab it. Consider a color coding system if you're going to do physical binders or physical filing system. Color code, those very important documents, mortgage payoffs, financial loans, paid off statements. Put them in something with a bright red label or a bright red file folder itself, because then it's important. Do something green for financial statements, blue for tax statements, tax paperwork. Color coding can help you stay organized. But if you want to consider a digital filing system, you're going to have to think about how are you going to get that paperwork organized? How are you going to get it into a system on the computer? There are machines that scan documents in. A lot of printers even have a scanner bed associated with them. Heck, even our phones can scan PDFs. But some of the stuff you don't even have to do that. Some of the stuff, like the owner's manuals, if you will, you can probably just Google it and find one. That's what I do. As soon as I find it, I pitch the owner's manual. Unless it comes with the house. One thing that I do that's a little bit different to my system otherwise is I created a manual binder of things that come with the house, as in the refrigerator, the hot water heater, the air conditioner, those things. Because if I have them digitally, that means that the new owner's not going to have them if I ever move. So I specifically keep big purchases all in one binder. This way, when I move, because it's not a matter of if, it's when. I have not found my forever place, if you will. I believe that in different seasons of life, things fit me differently as far as my location of where I'm living. So now I can just pull it all out of my binder, put it on the counter, and I'm good. The new owner has all the stuff that I can provide them. Think about that too. But back to the digital organization. I have a Fujitsu ScanSnap machine. That is great. It's how I scan so many receipts in for medical expenses. It's how I scan important documents that did not come digitally. But if it's a financial statement that is already on the computer because it's on the internet, I'm not printing it out. I'm just saving it. I then organize it on the computer into file folders. Shockingly similar to how I do it there. I have it broken down into family, financial, personal, professional, big categories. And then within there, I have smaller categories, receipts, budgets. I have a health and wellness section. That's where my health insurance documents are going to go. I have a section on my house, section on my car. My insurances will go with that. I break it down to that, so everything fits together in my organization system. There are some things you may want to consider password protecting. My computers are password protected. It's primarily what I use. But you can password protect PDFs. That might be something else to consider to keep everything safe. And then I back stuff up locally. I have a software on my computer that backs up all those documents. So I have that. I also have a lot of that goes to the cloud, so I can access it on the go. It's what works for you. But the last big component to this is you're going to have to maintain it. The system doesn't work once and done. Some of these you can set up to be easier, like financial statements you were getting in the mail as paper statement, have it delivered electronically. Don't get the paper statements. A little bit easier. It notifies you when the financial statement is available anyways. Then you can go on and save it if that's how you want to work it. I personally don't download those because they're on there with institution that I'm banking with, but I am not a tax professional. I'm not an accountant. This is just what I do. But being able to manage the paperwork in your house, knowing what you truly need to keep and how to organize it, helps so much with visual clutter and therefore mental clutter, mental chaos, mental stress, because you're seeing all this paperwork all over the place. But don't forget to maintain it. Also, if you're going with the paper method, don't forget 1 in, 1 out kind of thing. So this way you're not keeping years and years of insurance statements unless you really need to. I wouldn't. Things to think about. So if you're enjoying this type of content, don't forget to check out my previous video on tax organization too. That might help you get prepared for next year, especially as you're going through your paperwork now. That'll be included in the description that you can go check out. I will include links to the products that I mentioned as well. But if you're enjoying this channel, please hit the subscribe button. Please hit the like button. Let YouTube know that these are informative videos because I'm hoping to help you out. Feel free to leave me a comment. Let me know what kind of videos you want to look for in the future. Because as always, this channel is about helping you create simple, optimized systems for your everyday life. Bye now.